Yeah, welcome to today's class. Today we're going to talk about how to make use of Kindle Create. And so the first thing you want to do is you want to install the software. So you come over to this site, amazon.com/Kindle Create, or just Google it. And when you're done downloading it, the site. So this is going to come up. You click on I agree, and then you install the file. So once this is done, you click on finish. That's just about a minute or so. So I'll just click skip here. So before you make use of Kindle Create, this is something you need to know. You need to already have your Google Docs document available now. But beyond the Google Docs document, you need to format your your document, things like the chapter headings. Make sure those have a different formatting than the body or the text. So here, what I'll do is I'll click on create new. If I already have an existing file, click there. So I'll click on creating new. And then so you need to understand we have Reflowable. The purpose of Reflowable, this is basic for novels, essays, even motivational books, whatever it is you're writing. This is what you're going to definitely use it for. Then this is for comics. So if you're doing comics, and this is how it's going to look like. And this one is for kids, maybe kid books where some facts and then some images. And then if this one is for cookbooks and a couple of other stuff like that. So in this case, we're going to be making use of Reflowable. And okay, so you can see something here. Okay, so you can generate your table of content easily, and there are various tips you can use, and then EPUB format and all that. So let's say the name of our book, I'm going to call it Blue Jack, but it's not going to be Blue Jack. I'll call this Green Ton. That's going to be the name of the individual. I'd leave the publisher. So I'm going to choose the document, the file that I'm going to be using. I already have a file already, so I'll just go over there and pick up that file for use. So depression. Let me just pick the file. Okay, so this is it. So I have a Word document, and then I'll click open. So this is going to import and then convert it and prepare my file for me. So already I've added most of the things I need. I've added my pictures. I did all those in my Word document. So because one of the reasons why I'm making use of this is simply because I'm looking for the opportunity just to export my file as KPF or probably ECOP, a format that they would easily understand. But while you're waiting, you could just read through and then we understand some of the things that this can actually do. So, so yes, it's most likely take a while when it's importing your documents, but you just have to be patient. So the import is now successful. At the top, I'm going to click on continue, and then I'm going to get started. So here, this is exactly what my books looks like. Just like I told you, I'd already done quite a lot of formatting already. So on this side, it has already suggested titles for me and stuff like that, since it feels are supposed to be titles. At least this helps the people to go straight to a particular point where they want to access anything about the book. So, so you call them headings. That's basically what you call them. So if there's anyone you don't want to be called a heading, you can simply deselect it. maybe you just want only the disclaimer, table of contents. You're not alone is a chapter. The questions just so most of them are actually chapter. So it leaves all this there. So literally, for the sake of this story, I don't want to touch any of them. So you can see everything here. You can see everything here. So now if you want to add a front matter, you can click on this to add a front matter. So the front matter we're talking about is things like title page, copyright, dedication, preface and stuff like that. So if I click on title page, so it means I'm going to be, let's say I call this so that I'm able to differentiate. I call this blue back, and then a guide out of depression. So I'm going to call myself green boot, and I will leave the red. So if there's a logo, official logo, I would have to add all that. So this is if I have more persons, but I don't have. So with this now, I'll have to create a page. So you see a page has been created, and this is exactly what it looks like. So if I wanted to edit this, I would still, okay, I think if I want to edit it, I have to come over here and then click on edit page. That's how I'm going to edit it. But since I don't want to do that, I leave that. Now, this is the title page, and this is called the front matter, so you can see it here. So let's see if there is any theme, the other themes here that could be used, depending on how you want your book to be written or look like. If I want to use Cosmo, but I want to use Classic, that's up to me. So you can see here the dividers for the separators. So that's exactly what it's going to look like. So if I use more, then this is what it's going to be. Then also, so if I click on anywhere, it takes me directly to that place. So you can see it takes me directly to that place. That's one of the things the headings does. I see everything in real time. So when you bring it in here, you have the ability of editing your pages and all that. Maybe there is a way there are things you don't really like about how your stuff looks like. So that's why you still have theme here. Let's see this. Let me click select this. So you see exactly the way it looks like. So whatever it is you don't like, you can actually edit it. So these are the various elements. This is chapter, and this is a chapter element. There on this one. So if I'm talking about chapter subtitle, so you see, so that was a chapter title. So I'm going to leave it that way. So if there is anything you want to edit, you can come over here and then begin to edit it for it. So is this subheading or whatever the case is, you want to use separators, that's up to you. Now, when you talk about formatting, so maybe I don't like the way this one looks like. All I can simply do is I could reduce the size of this, maybe to 10, reduce it to 10, or it was on 30 before, I make it 18. And then I can change the color. So this is, I could change the color or change the font size, whatever the case is. So I'll leave this as a book list array. If I also want it to be centralized here, I do that here. If I want to bring in drop cap, I'll apply drop cap, but I don't want drop cap. So your indents and spacing is also pushed out. So you can see this is so on this side the right margin is 10, and then this one is 0. So you have access to virtually everything you need here, and then your spacing, what your spacing should look like. It's already there. Now this is the beautiful thing about the Amazon Kindle Create. So if you're done with this, if you want to undo whatever changes you've done, click on undo. If you want to redo, you click on redo, and then this view will just show you on the page. So if you're done, you click on preview and see exactly what your file is going to look like, whether on a tab or, so this one is showing me at the moment as a tablet. So if I want it on e-Kindle reader, this is what it's going to look like. So I can easily move from one place to the other. So if I want it on the phone, this is what it will look like on the phone. So if the person, so this is what it's going to look like. So if there's anything at all you don't like, you can change it. You've got the fonts, we can also change the fonts as well. So you can change the fonts or whatever thing that you want. And then So now all this is to help you. So this again is what, just like I told you, what is going to look like. So if you're searching for anything, you can search here and then know exactly, okay, what's the problem, don't have any issues and all that. So basically this is how the Kindle Create functions, and we want to undo everything. So here you can also edit this place properly. If you want to add an image, you can go ahead and add an image. So yes, so what do you do here? Coming good. So I've added this back. So if you want to add an image, maybe at any point in the book, this is while you're editing. So let's say I want to add an image, let's just say somewhere on this page. Click enter, and then here I'm going to click on insert. So maybe something I use in starting a particular chapter, that's up to me. Then so I just click on this, and then I'll select the image I want to add. So I have a couple of images that I've already saved somewhere. I will just kick it up just for the purpose of example, and I will click this. So you can see if I have an alt text, so I will just write share. It's asking me to enter that. I'll write share, and then I'll click on insert image. So you see this picture is going to show us, is going to show, this is how it's going to show across all my devices. So how do I want the image size? It's all here. Do I want it at 3% of the page? All that is all here. Because what was chosen was insert chapter, start chapter image. So it then means that this is the page I chose and this is seen as a chapter. So if you want to add those kind of images, you can do that. If I want to edit it, I can come here and edit it as well. So if I want maybe just a normal image, let's go down to another page. So let me use this one. So let me put this here, enter. And then I want to insert another image. I'm not doing chapter image this time around. Let's say I choose image 6. Now you see this one fills up everywhere for me. If I want it to be small, I click on small, medium, large, whatever the case is, or full. But I still need to enter a description or alt text for this. And then let's say if you are done with your book and everything, so I don't need all those chapter images and stuff like that. So the only thing I wanted was the table of content which you provided. I think I'm totally cool with that. So when I'm done here, I can come here and say, maybe I'm not yet ready, so that I can continue doing whatever it is that I'm doing. So the next thing that I'll be doing over here is, yes, we've seen the preview of how our book looks like. If we still want to have an ocular gadget. So you see, that's exactly what it looks like. So this is what our book is going to look like. So if you don't like it, you can obviously change it and reformat it to look better. Take your time editing the stuffs one by one and follow that. So the next thing we want to do, we'll click on export here. And then, so for Kindle, so it's always good you take your time, honestly. For instance, if I was to do this, one of the things I would do it. I think I most likely, because this is not a chapter for me. Yes. So here it's telling me to clear. So, of course. So here I can format it to choose whatever it is I want it to be. So maybe I just want it to be a subheader. Do you see that? I will edit it to fit in whatever narrative it is I want. So you can use your arrow key and then be moving through. So let's say for this one, for me to edit something, I need to remove it from chapter title, which is by clicking clear on this place. And then I'll highlight it and then I could click subheader. So with this is really perfect. You could do that for the rest of everything. And then when you're done, you click on export. You might want to export maybe both. Perhaps you want to use it on another platform. So let's go ahead and click export. And then there's something else we're going to do. I would want us to, so so it's creating this inside. So I'm not very certain where this is, but let me see. No, I don't like where it's exporting the files to. I want the files exported to download. And so for this, I will call it depression Kindle tutorial. So I'll click on export. And then let's see when our book appears. So our book is currently being exported. So with exactly what it is that you have, you can then upload this on Amazon. Whether you're uploading it on KPF or you're uploading it wherever it is you're uploading on Kindle, just do your upload yourself. So if you want to, there with to, let me just do copy link to the person and ask them to show me the file. Okay, so I think this is a file here. These two are the files. So it brings it in a folder. And then let me see if it's possible for me to open this up here. From the look of things, it can't be opened. I'm going to check out the EPUB file as well. So probably the file is still loading. So let me see for the EPUB. So yes, for EPUB, of course, I should have something that would open the EPUB for me. So this is the EPUB file. And this is how the EPUB file comes out. So depending on where you are going to be uploading your file, basically. So EPUB is out, and this one was supposed to come up in Notepad, but it's not yet out. So if you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's see where the Kindle Direct Publishing takes me to. So it simply takes me to Amazon KDP. And if you've not watched my video on how to upload your files, then you really need to sit down and watch this. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this video quite impactful.